90% of the guys, if they were Dixie's guys, they would have been running to Dixie. But he wasn't that way. He would tell you right to your face. And, bro, that's why he's never been hired by the WWE, because Pritchard does not like him for that reason. You know, Pritchard has labeled Nick Aldis very difficult to work with.
Vince Russo, Magnus. What's your thoughts, man?
Bro, I
hell of an elbow drop. Sorry, I'm done.
I consider Magnus a friend today, but it was very shaky at the beginning. You know, first of all, bro, you got to understand, he was really put in a hard, in a tough spot, bro, because Dixie saw Magnus in a fan magazine and had to bring him into TNA. So immediately, bro, he had that against him. Immediately, because Dixie was pushing him down everybody's throat. And EC3 can tell you, bro, so immediately he's in the hole for nothing that he did. Because when Dixie's pushing him down your throat, now you don't want to book him over. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird thing. When I started getting work with him, bro, he's the guy that no doubt would have been labeled the guy that's hard to work with. And the reason being is because he was honest with you. If you didn't like something, he told you. If you didn't understand something, he told you. And with me, bro, as a New Yorker, I respect that style more than somebody. He could have been running to Dixie the whole time. You see, and bro, I got to be honest with you, 90% of the guys, if they were Dixie's guys, they would have been running to Dixie. But he wasn't that way. He would tell you right to your face. And, bro, that's why he's never been hired by the WWE, because Pritchard does not like him for that reason. You know, Pritchard has labeled Nick Aldis very difficult to work with. And, bro, that's how it is in wrestling, man. If you tell the truth and you say how you really feel, you're difficult to work with. So, you know, like I said, bro, me coming from New York, that wasn't an issue with me, because Nick is a very smart guy.
Very
like if he had an issue, I would kind of want to go toe to toe with him a little bit, because I knew he knew what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, that's the reason why he never got hired with the WWE. He always had heat with Bruce. And then I'm reading now, you want to bring him in as an agent and not as a... That's almost like to spite him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whether you like the guy or not, bro, he looks like a freaking $1 million. Like, seriously. And you want to bring him in as an agent? You know, Chris, that's all the testing. We're going to test him and see if he wants to come in as an agent. And if you don't want to come in as an agent, now we're going to know he's difficult to work with. Those are just the games they play. Bro, look at Nick Aldis and look at the way he represents himself. Then look at 90% of their roster. Give me a freaking break, bro. Come on.
Shows up in those like really nice suits.
Yeah.
He's got a good, clean part. Like I said, he's very professional. And it's good for him. Yeah. So it's everything Vince said's, pretty accurate.
Yeah. So here's my pushback. Here's my challenge, and here's my question here with Aldis coming in.
I'm jealous of his suit sometimes. Really nice.
Indeed. So here's my thing with that. So would someone like a Pritchett or a Vince or something like that is saying, okay, look, we're pushing someone to the moon right now who already comes in his suit and cuts promos all the time. So you would be just a second-rate version of Cody Rhodes if you do the same thing, coming in suit, cutting promos. So do you drastically change Aldis, or do you have him come in and team with Cody? Like, what would be your Aldis rehaul?
I don't know if they would do like anything for Cody to, Nick has a good name within wrestling, but it's not like a super mainstream name. And that's something I would say about myself too. It's like, it's not mainstream news if EC3's back in WWE teaming with Cody. It's just like, well, everyone knows Cody. Who's this other guy? Because it takes time to build somebody. So you'd almost have to be like a fresh start and a restart. And I think, to your point, he would have to evolve and do something completely different. I don't know if that's something that he would want to do, because he's very particular about him and his image and his professionalism. That maybe that is something that holds him back, is that like, well, everything I do is really good, but it's not working. So sometimes in that case, you have to do something that you haven't done, or try something completely different. If you want to go there, if you want to be where you are and be who you are, that's fine too. So sometimes you got to take a wild shot, and then more often than not, it turns out to be very good.
Yeah,
bro. What if Chris though? What if you just brought him in as the UK version of Cody? What if he came in with the suit, the whole 9 yards, and he goes, with Philadelphia?
What do you want to talk about?
No, let's talk about me. You know, I mean, seriously, bro. Why wouldn't you bring him in as the mirror image?
Or Bizarro.
Yeah, Bizarro Jerry, right? You could bring him in as, that would work.
That'd be tough, man, because he would feel like a second-rate Cody. Like if he comes in with the long promos and the suit, that was his thing in NWA. He would come in, cut promos, strictly business, in suit. Like it's a very similar style.
That was good for the inception of what they wanted to do originally with NWA too, because they had one star, and like to bring wrestling back to its legacy and its nostalgia and its roots. An attractive, well-built champion who is a very professional wrestler was kind of like, it was good for the time. But then again, if something runs its course and you're doing the same great things and the same great work, but you're falling down the ladder a little bit, sometimes you got to change things up. This is just me, but I love the ideas of evolution and changing things and going one way and then completely changing it up. I mean, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. So that's how I'm going to command the energy. It's the Overman. Watch out. It's going to be the best thing ever.
Yeah, I just don't see a long shelf life if Aldis came in exactly like he did in NWA. I think Aldis is money. I think he looks like $1 million. I mean, I think that he's just, he has a dollar signs written all over him. But at the same time, if you're coming in with a gimmick with someone who's more over than you are, like, I don't know how that's going to really have its own uniqueness and have its own identity. If you do come in as like a nemesis, perhaps, to Cody, with the same type of gimmick going on from a nemesis standpoint, perhaps. But at the end of the day, that would just be to put Cody over. That'll last about a couple months, and then you're gonna have to change the gimmick anyways. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure how long that would last.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.